Welcome to Chat KTX.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Welcome to Chat KTX. I'm Brooke Gonzalez, CrossFit Gone Strong, and here's my lovely co-host,
Natalie Thomas with Katie Moms Network.
Natalie, these are your buddies today. I'm super excited.
They are, but I think they're going to quickly become your buddies too, because they're amazing people. And I know you say this a lot. You're like, you are best friends with everyone, but really, like when I get to meet and work with people on a professional level and then they become my friends, that's the best. And these guys are so easy to fall in love with. Welcome, Bethany and Cody Guyman to the show.
Thank you.
They are the owners of Turquoise Acres Ranch, which I love, and Cody's Tree Service, which I love. And the third business you own is a parking lot.
Schliff Road Park and Go.
Yes.
It's where you can go park your semis, you can go do parking, and then you use their land. And what a smart business. Where do we start? There's three of them.
I know. Well, we start with the fact that they are just a wonderful couple who have built their family together, but also built these businesses. They are true entrepreneurs. And so I wanted to start with who is the more the entrepreneur? And did you guys kind of bring that out in each other? How did your story together as Katy, Texas entrepreneurs start?
We would need so much more time to even talk about that. I don't know.
Mine started out, I moved here when I was 10. My parents had a stump removal service.
You're from South Dakota?
Yes.
I knew it.
And so when I finally became of age, I started working with my dad on the weekends and then went to college for a year. Decided that wasn't exactly for me. I was more the worker bee, so came back and started a tree service full-time when I was 19. And
When you were 19?
Yeah. So
you've been doing
He always
Cody's?
says he couldn't even go to the bar, but he started his own business.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, but yeah, and then when I was 22, I bought 45 acres out off of Schliff Road. And so that's kind of where it started.
Okay. So you've been doing Cody's for 30 years.
Yes.
And not a lot of people know. You think, oh, I'll just hire a tree service to come and help me trim my trees and hedges. I was really, I think, lucky to know that you guys are certified arborists.
Yes.
Tell me how important that is for what you do and how different that is from others in your industry.
Just being when you call out a tree service, anybody technically with a
You're
truck
having
and
some
trailer.
problems. Why are you breathing hard?
Okay,
man?
can I take over?
It's getting hot in
Yeah.
here.
So he's been doing this for a long time. He's been a certified arborist since 2005. The difference is there's time, there's classes, there's continuing education. There's a lot of
It's not just go up there and cut a tree. Like,
No.
you have to be certified to do this.
And to understand
You have
the
to
tree.
know
you have to know what you're doing.
what
There's
you're doing.
certain pruning standards. There's actual standards
Yes.
for tree care. It's called the ANSI. How's it? ANSI 3000 standards. Yeah.
And they taught me so much when they came out. I'm in a master plan community. There are 3 giant oak trees in my front yard. My home was built in 2015. Talk about how that should have never happened.
So I've recently learned that I think the whole oak tree and small yard starts at the architectural design.
Mhm.
And then the builders kind of just say, okay, that's great. And then the HOAs say, okay, that's in our bylaws. And now you have to have these trees. Well, live oaks can be a 400-year-old tree.
They're beautiful when they're small, and so they want to put more in a front yard. That's great. But 10 years later, you've got 3 trees, 4 trees fighting for space. Now they're growing Willy Wonka, breaking up your sidewalk because you don't have a huge front yard for 3 or 4 trees. And so...
And then the problem is these HOAs, like they know the problems too, because they have the same problems in their areas, like their parks and their, what do you call them, right-of-ways or esplanades, and they know they've been overplanted. But it's funny because getting them to try to understand that like the same issue you're fighting is the same that these homeowners are fighting, but yet you're allowing them to possibly take out a tree but put another one in has to be a live oak. You're just creating this vicious cycle, and it makes no sense. Like, it drives me absolutely
Do
insane.
you see why I love her?
It makes me insane.
Well, okay, so you're saying that when they build new homes, they're putting in more trees than they should, and they're going to hurt the trees like 5-10 years down the lane.
And the home and the foundation.
And the home and the foundation. So it just messes up the whole house.
Right.
Yeah, and what sucks is like the homeowner, like as if you don't have enough costs. Now they have these ugly trees. Sorry, they're not ugly. I love live oaks, but like now they have these trees that have done ugly, horrible things to their home. And then, I mean,
And now it's the tree's fault. And it wasn't really the tree's fault. And now
Yeah.
you're going to have to come in
Yeah.
and dig it out.
dig it out and then put something
Poor
else
tree.
in.
But
So-
but the builders have got specifications. They have to put
3 trees.
so many trees
4 or
in
5,
Who
each
says
yard.
that, though? Who's
the
saying
architect, from what I've talked to a friend who used to work in like the building world or whatever, and she said the builders get their specs from, is it landscape architects? But my problem with that is
They're not working with arborists. They
they're
should
not
be.
working with certified arborists, and
Correct.
also like it might
They're
look
not
cute now, but they're not
thinking down
thinking
the
10 years
road.
down the road
100%.
what it's going to cost these
So
homeowners.
They could say, hey, you have to have 3 crepe myrtles in your front yard. Fine. But why 3 live oaks, right? And so, again, I was not educated in this until
Right.
they were, I kind of had an idea because we've had some neighbors remove some trees and put others in, but nobody is truly educated on this. And some of us are buying our forever homes, right? And
Right.
so I was really impressed with the education piece that they had when they came out, and they walked me through the steps of why they were trimming the trees in the way that they were. I have seen photos that look beautiful of tree trimmings, but it's horrible for the tree. And I wanted to preserve these trees. And so can you talk about how that is not just something that you did for me, you do that for anyone you guys work with?
Yes. Yeah.
So you want to take this?
Yeah, any customer I talk to, I try to run through and give them as much information as I can as far as watering, just
Why
any
to prune
knowledge
a
I
certain
have. Yeah,
Well, just apply to prune a certain way.
right. Whatever limbs need to come off for whatever reason they need to come off. And then just as far as how not to
Over prune.
over prune. I went in on one. This is a crazy one. To bid this guy's 2 sycamores he had in his front yard. He wanted them trimmed, and telling him all I was going to do. And he said, "Okay, I just wanted to make sure they didn't look like that." He pointed next door. The neighbor had the 2 exact same sycamores, size huge. They went up about 60, 70 foot, and each limb went out about 10 foot, and everything was stubbed.
Ooh.
They covered his whole front yard, shaded, and when he got home, he realized somebody trimmed their tree the way they thought they should trim a tree.
Right.
And I've just seen it recently too. Another lady came home, and when she got there, somebody has a different idea of how to trim a tree. Yeah.
When we share this episode, I'm going to share some photos that I have taken from my neighborhood that Bethany has sent me. Nothing maddens this woman more than a tree that has not been trimmed right. And I think that more people need to be educated on, don't just hire somebody off the street. You need these certified arborists. You need these guys who've been doing this for 30 years. Support small business first and with people that you can trust.
And I want to clarify just one thing. When we talk about certified arborist, I am not a certified arborist. I've been working under him for 15 years. So I have learned a lot, but I don't, he's certified. And so someone can come out and say like, I'm an arborist. Like, let me give you an example. So I've gone as a consultation and the lady's like, my tree needs to come down because this arborist said, and I was like, who's the arborist? And sometimes they'll give the name, sometimes they won't. And I was like, well, just to let you know, like in Katy, there's only 4 that I know of, 3 or 4 ISA certified arborists. And the way that you can actually verify if someone is a true certified arborist is going to www.treesaregood.org, put in your zip code, and it will actually show their credentials. And he's also TRAQ qualified, where it's called Tree Risk Assessment Qualification.
You know your stuff, girl.
Yeah, where he can scale a tree from 1 to 10 on like where it's located, the health of it, if it needs to come down. And that's really important
danger,
during like
yeah.
our upcoming hurricane season. You should get your trees inspected and looked at before these large winds come in and knock
So
a tree over
when
on
should
your
you
house.
when should you get your trees looked at or start? Is it spring?
Spring, yeah. Because you can't really truly assess a tree
In the winter.
to see if it's dead or has problems because
A lot of them don't have leaves, and so
It's
yeah,
not a
just
good,
harder
accurate
time.
picture, but
Right,
it
right.
is very much truly part of the home ownership sort of keeping up of your home is having that piece. So do you have any trees that you need to have looked at?
I had a buddy that has like a dead tree that needs to be taken out
We
that
do
died.
that.
Yeah. We actually, a crazy story, we had a major subdivision that we worked for, and one of the guys on the board
Insert eye roll here.
wanted the trees majorly trimmed out. And I came back through and did a little bit more, and he still wanted more. And we finally
walked away.
We walked away from it, a
Good for
major
you.
contract, because what he was wanting us to do
not
was
healthy.
not good for a tree.
You're like, I don't
but
care
he
how
wouldn't
much
listen.
money.
He would
Yeah.
not listen. So I said, I'm not going to do it.
I'm going to explain to you why we shouldn't do that. And if you still want that, let's do like a happy medium. But we really educate as to why we don't do that. But the
Yeah.
problem with like that in social media is like people are like, oh, they want their trees to look like we live in Whoville because they want to see their house. I understand that. But it also looks like crap.
Right.
And then the more you over prune a tree, it's just going to send out a bunch of
More
new
sprouts.
growth.
And it's going to look even worse.
Yeah.
So it's like you're going for curb appeal, but you're hurting the tree in the process.
The best thing is trim your tree a little bit more often. If you can do a little bit every year on a smaller growing oak, the bigger they get, you can go 2 or 3 years. But just keep up on it. I've had people, I want you to trim this thing out so I don't have to mess with it for 10 years.
I want it, yeah.
The problem is
Right.
when you do that, you're taking away all the leaves.
Right.
That tree is going into shock. It's going to send out 50 million suckers to reproduce those leaves. Now you're going to look at that tree for the next 10 years.
And that's my biggest pet
So-
peeve is when you talk to like, we just kind of like, we will do commercial work, but like trying to get people to understand the science of trees and like why they should be pruned away. You know, the HOAs, sometimes they're like, we don't have a budget for trees, which blows my freaking mind because why are you planting them? It's
Yes.
landscape first, pools, and then, you know, all the parties and stuff they do, and then trees. And that's what we're always told is, oh, we don't have the budget, so we need you to come in really low. And I'm like, I got a certain price I got to operate at. So like,
Right.
yeah.
But why
And
wouldn't trees be at the top? I mean, they're like,
don't
they
ask
make the
me
neighborhood look
what it
beautiful
is.
and
Yeah.
what it
don't ask
is.
me. Don't
Yeah.
ask
That's why
me.
people buy houses because of the trees, right?
Yeah,
Right.
they've got it all backwards, in my
What?
opinion.
Well, I think you guys are kind of trying
Coming
to
from a tree.
change that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Dude, I love how you're talking for the trees.
I know. What made you fall in love with trees? Just the history, you think? I mean, can't
Or is
they
it
live
the
oaks-
work? Is it the
That
nitty
was
gritty,
it.
the work?
I mean, I was into it every day. There was a time where I worked 3 months straight, 14 hours a day, and I about got burnt out on it. But I mean, I love to climb. I felt more comfortable in a
Okay,
tree than
that's
I
cool.
did half the
Oh
time
yeah,
on the
he
ground.
was the climber, this big guy.
Yeah, 27 years. I was the
Crazy.
guy up and down every tree. So
Usually climbers are about like this tall and like 100 pounds.
But he got right up on those.
that was
You're
it.
a little bit
So-
out of that, man. You're like, what, 6
That's so
something?
cool.
I know.
Climbing up a tree, man.
I bet
Yeah.
you could still
Well-
climb one.
Oh
if you
yeah,
needed
no,
to.
I mean, and that's like people. I would show
Oh,
up
it's
and they're
so hot
like,
when he
"Wait,
does.
you're the climber," and so yeah. it
Well,
was-
you let them
so
be like,
hot
watch
when he
me.
does.
I could do this. That a boy. I
love it. And I love that his
So-
passion is rubbed off on you. Like
Yeah.
when you guys got married, you really kind of went in there and helped him with his business. Can we kind of segue a little bit to talk about Turquoise Acres Ranch and how that came
Sure.
to be?
But wait, I think, Natalie, we're going to drive this as a part 1 episode.
Oh, are we already running out?
Oh yeah, we still gotta talk about
Okay.
their ranch. So part 1 was just the trees.
Okay.
Dang. So if you really want to watch part 2, you're gonna have to wait because we're gonna talk about they have over how many
many
animals?
Oh, I'm gonna need to get my phone for this one, but like 50, I think 50 farm
At
animals
least.
at least.
Farm animals.
and that doesn't even count
And it's
chickens.
It's my favorite place on planet Earth. Cody's Tree Service is a licensed and insured arborist company serving the Katy and surrounding areas for over 30 years. They offer residential and commercial tree care, including pruning, removal, stump grinding, and specialized services like oak wilt treatment and tree health assessments. They are known for their ISA certified arborists, experience and services for both homeowners and HOAs, with a focus on professional, safe practices. Turquoise Acres Ranch is a family-owned event venue and petting farm in Katy, Texas. They offer indoor and outdoor spaces for various celebrations like birthday parties, weddings, and corporate events. They even have options for animal encounters. They have a pool and ATV rides. Their big barn offers air conditioning space for up to 88 guests, a larger outdoor area, and unique add-ons like cow cuddles and goat snuggles. Make sure you visit Turquoise Acres Ranch today.
Wow. So stay tuned and you can come see part 2, episode 2 with these guys. That's it, Natalie. We're going to close our eyes, tap our heels 3 times because there's no place like Chat KTX.